This month we've been focusing on the theme of no more excuses, being bigger than your excuses. And we've looked at subjects such as behaviour plus situation equals outcome. We've looked at the difference between a fixed and a growth mindset, as well as a couple of other videos that you've hopefully watched so far. And what I want to do now is take a bit of a deep dive into this so we actually can share with you some tools to help you move forward and move past those previous excuses so they become a thing of the past and become historic for you. And to do that, the first thing we need to do is get ourselves into a place of having true acceptance of where we are. Whether that serves us or not, accepting all the elements that make up the circumstances and the situation that we're in. So it might be that you don't like your job, it might be your relationship, it might be around fitness, whatever it might be. Some of the things, some of the elements that influence that situation will be negative. So let's take a situation where someone might not particularly like their boss. They can't help that fact that that is how it is. So it's about accepting that they don't like their boss. Because whilst they keep focusing on it, they're looking backwards, almost like having an anchor. So they're unable to move forward. When they're able to just accept that the situation is such that part of that situation is they don't like their boss, then there's an energetic shift for them that allows them to start moving in the right direction. Now, that might sound relatively easy. It takes time and it takes commitment. So I have 6 steps for you to follow, all right? For you to start moving yourself past your excuses. Step 1, I want you just to find a place where you can be. Just sit, lie, whatever you want to do, and be. And ideally that place isn't going to be related to whatever your stuck situation might be. So if it is work, don't do this in the office, all right? Your boss might notice, but don't do this in the office. Find somewhere which is unrelated to that situation. Step 2 is now just be really present with your thoughts. Notice the thoughts that come into your mind around the situation, the context. Step 3, write those down. And as you write them down, I want you just to be aware of how it feels to take it from in here and put it onto paper. Or if someone asked me the other day, can I pop it on my mobile phone? Can I take an electronic notes? Yes, of course you can. Whatever works for you. So step 1, find somewhere to be. Step 2, be present with your thoughts. Step 3, write your thoughts down. Okay? Now the next thing I want you to do is to look at that list, and this is where the magic starts to happen, and also it can be quite amusing because when you start to read that list you have that moment of going, really? Is that how I feel about certain things, or isn't it ridiculous that I'm allowing those things to stop me from moving forward? So as you start to read that list through, just notice whether you're able to start to move to a position of acceptance that this sheet of paper, this list on your phone is where you're at right now, and be truly accepting of all of it and what makes it up. Once you've done that, you can move to the next step. So the next step now is to rewrite that list. Rewrite that list in order that it gives you an expansive view on the world. So you're able to look at the present situation in a different way. So if you've written something about not liking your boss, what you might want to write is something around that you can learn from your boss's approach, whatever it might be, that you're accepting that he is who he is or she is who she is, and you're able to move past it. So you rewrite the comment that you've written. And even if you've written something positive which is limiting, think about how you can rewrite that in order for it to be growth mindset, to give you an expansive view. And the final step with that then, once you've rewritten it, again, is to read it. Stand up, get the air in your lungs and reread the list, your new list, and notice the physical and emotional changes that take place. And as you notice those physical and emotional changes that take place, just be aware of how more expansive your world becomes and how you move away from your previous excuses and move forward toward whatever the outcome is that you're looking for. So there we go. What I want you to do is please have a go at this. Come back to us, feedback against the video, against the link that goes with this, and let us know how you've got on. And if any of you want to have a conversation about it, please reach out to us and we'll have a chat. Happy to talk through it with you. Thank you.